Special thanks to Amplo for helping with the cinematics. Nuclear Option is certainly one of the games ever made, combining nukes, many options of aircrafts, and an incredible balance between simulator and arcade gameplay. It's so good that even Gaijin Entertainment decided to copy the entire game for a War Thunder April Fool's event. But as fun as vanilla Nuclear Option is, we can make it even better with mods. New missions, new aircraft, and new contraptions in general. The modding scene has absolutely exploded since the last time I covered it. I'll try to be a little light for each mod I cover here to cover as many as I can, and also because mods are best experienced by actually playing them. Without further ado, here is the best of the Nuclear Option modding scene, in no particular order. If you watched my last video on this game, you'll remember that I brought up the whole thing with the fake F-16 mod on the Steam Workshop. A little over 1 year later, the dream of the F-16 will be realized. Eric's of Stellaris and Space Engineers modding fame will release the F-16M King Viper. This mod adapts the legendary F-16 for service in the world of Nuclear Option in a fictional Block 165 variant. It comes with internals, a modeled cockpit, custom stats, and a supporting soundtrack by Dr. Voodoo. The flight model is incredible. It flies very straight and fast, allowing you to get in and get out of very tricky places. In a dogfight, the gloves come off, and the incredible engine and wing loading allows it to outpull basically everything and everyone. I do specifically remember one instance when I was dogfighting a friend. I was in an Ifrit, he was in a Viper. We were in a very tight turn fight, and I heard him say, "That's it, stability assist is coming off," and moments later he vaporized me with an M61 Vulcan. The F-16M has a few more hardpoints than its real-life counterpart. Some example loadouts include 11 times Ran 29s for full air-to-air, or 18 PAB 80 LRs, 1 ventrally mounted Tusco TBM, and 2 Sibes for air-to-ground. Yes, it does get the funny AMRAAM wingtip hardpoints. Just be mindful that it has a really bad jammer and no thrust vectoring controls to shift in and out of notches. Go fast, use hills as cover, play this like an absolute gremlin, and you will be rewarded. Oh, and also be mindful when taxiing at any appreciable speed. This thing flips over like there's no tomorrow. Stability assist is also off by default, so be careful when you're taking off. "17 days after the release of the F-16M, Eric's would come back with the MC-260. This legally distinct Embraer C-390 is absolutely stacked. You can do short takeoffs and landing, carry a cool looking radome. You can choose between tanks, SAM launchers, ammo, radar, and these Teledyne AGS looking things to carry. If dropping stuff to kill things is not your taste, you can swap out the cargo bay for a bomb bay to carry bomb missiles, or mount some guns onto the side and use it like an AC-130. If 17 days sounds too short for someone to have modded all of this into the game, you're correct. It wasn't 17 days. Eric's actually made the MC-260 over 14 days. It was a little rough on release, with one of the bugs being the RAM 45 containers not actually slowing down enough to not explode into several trillion little pieces when being airdropped. But subsequent patches have fixed that, and now you can build a multi-layer SAMnet using this thing in either a few friends or your entire afternoon. General Omar Bradley once said that amateurs study tactics while professionals study logistics. Please observe as I demonstrate how this logistics aircraft can be used to win a war. As of the most recent patch, the MC-260 is a reliable and versatile airframe. Finally, you will be able to capture islands on terminal control without dying of old age. You know, some people say that fun always comes in threes. What does that even mean? People do not say that. Wait, who is this on my RWR?
So, have you found a reason to fight yet?
Who the hell are you, and why are you LARPing as Larry Folk from the hit flight shooting game Ace Combat Zero, the Balkan War?
This twisted game is like a green apple. And you know what we do to green apples?
Please God, do not be referencing what I think you're referencing.
That's right. They are redone.
I'm sorry, are you holding a cell phone next to your mic to play this? It is fitting that the most anticipated mod for Nuclear Option had an absolute Avengers assemble of a developer lineup. This is the FS3 Turnium. It comes with 4 radars, engines that put the Alki onto shame, canards for ASC direct control Cobra shenanigans, the ability to take hits in non-critical areas like the engine apparently, and it's got all the hard points to replicate what used to be the greatest hits of unrestricted weapons like 20 Sipes or 8 Tuscos on a single plane. Although in my experience, it's been the PAP 125s that people have been sleeping on, all 48 of them heading towards your location. Besides the playing itself, the FS3 mod also comes with the mission Force Projection by Olive Fox, as well as music by Jeremy and Justin Saul, who you might recognize as the composers of the OST for a niche little game called Nuclear Option. Actually, hold on, what am I doing? Let's just put that on real quick. This playing is what you get when an F-15 gets crossed with a Su-47. Unlike the stealthy Ifrit, this rank 4 aircraft is meant to be very loud and very obnoxious, using its sheer speed to simply decline being shot down by IRMs and Ram-45s, iron doming what it can't run away from, and clubbing offending airspace violators with an early production Ram-29 that its pilot keeps as a family heirloom. Far from not being built for these joint multi-domain battlespace operations in 2082, the F-15E, FS3 Turnion handles itself very well. You fly this like it's the F-16's older and more evil brother that steps in with the 12 gauge whenever the Viper is in trouble. Keep in mind that it is worse at low speeds than the stealthy Ifrit due to the lack of thrust vectoring.
Did I get you? Oh, I did!
And on the topic of stealth, this missile bus with a full air-to-air loadout is somehow stealthier than a clean F-16M. On the other hand, the F-16M wins in the TWR department, slightly edging out the FS3 at the cost of you not being able to enjoy the absolutely crispy FS3 engine audio if you choose the Viper. He said he likes the FS3 over the F-16! Drag him out the back and drill him with the 50! He said that the F-16 was better than the FS3! We have to punish this Eric sympathizer! Pause for a second. Prime Viva 2082 and Eric Shipyard members have like USDA Prime beef with each other for absolutely no reason. I don't know why, okay? Both Eric's and the Prime Viva 2082 dev team are on pretty good terms with each other, and yes, they do have Discord servers. Link is in the description. You can join it, but just don't be like those two above. For extra fun, don't forget to turn on event content to access the underslung piledriver TBM and a 5 megawatt tactical laser. The 5 megawatt laser will blow a hole straight through a fool just like the founding fathers intended, but it really likes to target parts of the enemy that are dotted in red, rather than the parts that will combust their plane and instantly give them a closed casket funeral. Okay, it took so long for me to get this video done that Eric's has made yet another aircraft mod, so fun actually comes in quads. Specifically a set of quad-packed AT-145s for 32 missiles in total, roughly the amount that you need to get through the laser defenses of 2 Spearhead MBTs. This is the RAH-72 Knockout, a rank 0 scout helicopter. It's not as heavily armed or armored as the Chicane, but it's significantly more maneuverable. I don't have much more to say about it other than I love helicopters. Last video I said something about VTOL VR making me motion sick and people took it as like I hate VTOL VR or something. No, I mained the hell out of the AH-94. There was this mission called Ukrainian Lisko on the VTOL VR workshop, okay? Boscali Hands made this mission. 3 different respawning S-400 batteries, AA guns everywhere, the trees are speaking manpads, and every skyscraper has a RAM battery on it. Anyways, there was this objective to destroy some factories to make the Russians stop respawning. The whole team was getting slimed out by the SAMs. I was already gunner in an AH-94 with a random, and we were like, well, if nobody else is gonna do it, so we pulled some low-flying shenanigans, missile dueled a RAM battery and won, and managed to same-day deliver a rocket-assisted bomb to each factory. I've been hoping for a maneuverable helicopter to mess around with for a while, and this was a godsend. Okay, once you've installed all these mods and boot into the game, you might notice that the AI aren't flying these modded aircraft. If you're fine with that, more power to you. But if you're not,
where is he?
Where is MC260 Chimera?
It's time to install the Inventory and Factory Equalizer mod by Neutral Observer. This mod recognizes modded airframes. Whenever a vanilla airframe is produced, it adds 1 modded airframe of a similar value to the stockpile. Otherwise, you will have to edit missions and add in the appropriate factories manually. Sunyan, this is not Boscali Truck Simulator. These 2 mods add the Army and the Navy into Nuclear Option. Car is for ground vehicles while Boat is for naval vessels. Each vehicle includes many customizable options. Special mention goes to Boat's Hyperion loadout, which allows you to become the Admiral Kuznetsov heavy aviation cruiser if it wasn't constantly on fire, broken, and on fire. Car's 1.5 kiloton pickup truck based physics package, and Car's a lightweight, regenerable, ground-deployed Fovic aerial reconnaissance platform, aka the Eyeball Mark I. Here's footage of a test firing. Just keep in mind that the game wasn't exactly designed for boats or planes, so I can't guarantee your experience will be fun. Boats requires modifications because ships have unique spawn points. You have to find compatible maps on the Steam Workshop. Cars can spawn anywhere an aircraft can, so it's more of a plug and play thing, but it shines best in missions specifically made with car in mind. Also, disable the inventory equalizer mod that we just covered when using boat or car unless you want your AI to run around in tanks rather than aircraft and not actually contribute to the fight. My friend group is very picky about what missions we play. The subsequent debate and purposeful doing of nothing can put even the most procrastinatory of UN General Assembly sessions to shame. But then someone suggests we play something from the Toilet Water Saga and everyone instantly agrees and hops on. These three, so far, chronologically challenged missions see a coalition consisting of Bascali, Primeva, Italy, and the SCP Foundation, willing to deploy all means necessary to challenge the evil doings of Saddam Latrine, the little demon that keeps stealing my annexes, and Max. I don't want to spoil anything here because this is definitely a series about the journey that you experience as Droopy _ ties you onto a Pile Driver 20 kiloton and fires you at the enemy waste management facility rather than just the destination. The missions aren't that hard unless you make them hard. The humor does a bunch of the heavy lifting, so your experience might be a little bit different than mine. But generally, it was pretty good. I'll give it like, what, a high 2.8 out of 10 on the IGN rating scale. Just look at all these happy reviews. This is Operation Rising Tsunami if it was cooler. This is Tank Busters 2 if it was about septic tanks. It would be criminally negligent of me to skip the Nuclear Option mod manager by combat. This lets you manage and one-click install Nuclear Option mods and their dependencies. This is all possible through a separate system called Nuclear Option Manage and Neatly Organized Manifest, aka NOMM by 7EP3S. This allows mod authors to submit their own mods to the Nuclear Option Mod Manager, which is basically just CKEN for Nuclear Option. There are also 3 incoming aircraft mods to be on the lookout for. The KR-33 by Phoenix 1509, the KR-84 by Licensed to Sky /Norin, and the Strike Huron by the Primeva 2082 team. That's all the mods I had time for today. I hope this is not the peak, but we're certainly in a golden age of Nuclear Option modding, with more aircraft mods released and in the works than ever before, and this is all without official modding support. I wouldn't be surprised if modders double the content in this game by the end of summer. Alright, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I do have a community server now, check the description or the pinned comment. Tune in next time to see 2 idiots dunk on the OSPN and their crappy little line ships. Unless it takes too long to record, in which case, Wings of Glory or something, I don't know. Anyway, see you all next time. Bye bye!